Thank you very much, John, for the introduction. And let me say a big thank you to ADAPT for inviting me to speak here today. I'm sure you'll all agree that it's a fantastic event and one which we'll all leave today with plenty of food for thought as we return to our respective organisations. For the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through Wildnet's journey over the last 18 months. And I'm going to struggle to get this going. Can I have a click, please? Thanks. I'm going to briefly touch on the process that we went through to select ADAPT as a strategic technology partner, and I'll explain how with them we're radically transforming our IT to the sort of scalable, performant, highly resilient and cost-effective environment that any business looking to survive in the fast-moving world of technology needs today. But first, let me give you a quick background to Wildnet and myself. I founded Wildnet some 13 years ago, having spent the previous 20 years as a Lloyd's insurance broker. At Wildnet, we provide front office products and services to the London insurance community, which is a market that underwrites approximately £40 billion worth of gross premium income. This market is all based in a few streets around Lloyd's building, just over the river, the other side. We've also recently formed a partnership with ADAPT, offering infrastructure services to this sector. We run a typical Microsoft .NET Windows environment, but with a small number of applications running on Linux. Over the years, our infrastructure estate has grown organically, driven primarily by our customers' needs. At the start of 2010, we sat down and reviewed our technology stack and the way it was supporting our business. And this is what we concluded. We realized that in locating our entire server estate in the heart of the City of London was not a good idea from a risk management perspective, and that a disaster recovery strategy of daily backups of critical data would not provide adequate recovery time objectives or recovery point objectives. We already invested in virtualizing significant elements of our estate, but to complete the initiative would require a significant investment. This would also leave us with inadequate disaster recovery unless we invested in redundancy at a second location. The growth of our business was requiring us to change the way we operate, and this was quickly rendering our current technology out of date. The project delivery timeframes expected by our customers were requiring us to deliver software and services quicker than ever before. Our workforce was not mobile enough, being too dependent on the traditional fixed workstation model. We only needed seats for 60% of the number of people in our organisation, yet every single person had their own workstation. Our hosted managed service customers were demanding a high quality of service with lower setup and running costs. I would hazard that these are all similar challenges to many of you facing today, or you've faced in the past. Okay. These challenges drove us to look at cloud options. We were able to clearly define a set of high-level requirements, which were as we see on this slide. We decided we didn't want any infrastructure located on-site in our City of London HQ. We also wanted an architecture with no single point of failure, so we could rely on almost continual availability. For running the business, which for us includes operating development, testing, and support environments, we wanted to retain autonomy and nimbleness, which you normally get with operating and managing your own kit. But we didn't want to worry about the network and security backbone and storage provisions. This pointed to co-location solution. However, for our customers, we needed the best possible managed service offering. We needed a lot more compute power and more storage, but it's hard to predict exactly how much you're going to need month on month. And it's costly to provision capacity in a cost-effective way. So we wanted to be able to dial up and dial down our resources in an almost real-time basis. We wanted to standardize our hardware and software to reduce the operational cost of maintaining our environment. We needed the ability to be agile through rapidly provisioning and deprovisioning of environments. And we wanted a service which would not be constrained by a one-size-fits-all model. At the same time, we need to reduce the long-term cost of ownership of our technical assets, including, of course, our annual operating costs. With the ever-decreasing costs of compute power and storage, increasing longevity of technical assets, and the abundance of operating software, we initially explored building out the next generation of the Wildnet plant ourselves. However, we did the maths, and we quickly realized that the short and long-term financials of this approach were highly prohibitive. So we looked to the outside. We wrote a high-level RFI, which we sent to a number of providers. From the subsequent responses, we down-selected this to 2. To these 2, we sent a comprehensive RFP, and after a thorough evaluation process, we selected ADAPT. Now let me explain why. Firstly, their RFI and RFP responses were most impressive, but far from being swayed by the glamour of their flashy hardback books, which contain their response, it was the quality and structure of the content which immediately impressed. In short, they readily demonstrated that they had taken us as a prospect very seriously, and the proposal felt fully tailored to Wildnet's needs. Secondly, they were unique in their understanding of our specific requirements. We wanted a co-location solution, but with managed pay-as-you-go storage for our internal infrastructure and a fully managed service for our hosted customers, but all within the same infrastructure. We did not find this with the other providers. Thirdly, they quickly proved their technical expertise to be a notch above the rest of the competition, and their willingness to apply the expertise to defining a technical solution, migration plan, and an ongoing support model has been one of the key success factors of this project so far. Fourthly, we saw ADAPT as a full service provider in the infrastructure space, in the way they've been able to handle all the procurement of new hardware, software, and licensing at prices we would not have been able to independently achieve. Fifth, ADAPT's service model was superior to its competitors. Their service management portal provides a true one-stop shop that gives a total transparency, operations, and management of our environment, and their service management model displayed an extraordinary level of maturity for a relatively young company. Finally, through their investment in the new Cisco, VMware, and NetApp technology for their eVDC, ADAPT are clearly investing significantly in building next-generation platform. And we wanted to partner with a forward-thinking organization, one that would enable us and our customers to stay at the leading edge of technological development. Okay. So what are the benefits? The ADAPT solution provides near continuous system availability. Their dual data center architecture ensures there is no single point of failure, thus assuring users of a robust and reliable disaster recovery capability. Our and our customers' total cost of ownership of IT is reduced by partnering with ADAPT and doing it all ourselves, overdoing it all ourselves. This is primarily because we leverage the eVDC infrastructure at low unit-based costs rather than needing to make a sizable investment of our own and building in our own capacity. We can also get up and running more quickly by leveraging their operational capacity over doing it ourselves with a limited resource pool or having to supplement with getting in contractors. As a result, our return on investment is higher. By leveraging Adapt's infrastructure, we're far more nimble and agile as the eVDC provider. It provides almost limitless scalability for us. This enables us to scale up or down as customer demand fluctuates, but more importantly, enables us to provision new technology and new environments more quickly than if we were providing these ourselves. So in summary, why are we moving to a cloud offering? Recently, the world seems to have moved on from using the word cloud as a catch for a very loosely defined and little understood concept of differentiating between software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. For me, it's about being able to be incredibly agile and scalable and yet cost-effective at the same time. It's about only paying for what you need at the time you need it. It's about completely changing the IT provisioning and support models. There are many different ways of implementing the cloud. At Wildnet, we think of what Adapt provides us in the way of infrastructure as a service, and that in turn allows us to provide our business and our customers with platform as a service. We're really excited by our partnership with Adapt and believe we'll make real inroads into the insurance industry. Whilst never being on the cutting edge of using technology, the insurance industry is in the risk business, and it recognizes the benefits of the cloud offering, especially around risk mitigation. Thank you very much.